Hello guys, Rhiramond here. I will be kicking off the level 1 through 60 guide for Adventure Quest Worlds. This is a massively multiplayer online role-playing game. Not really important to know, but here on the very first screen you get a choice of your very first class. Now, the class is basically just what abilities you're going to have. Obviously, Warrior is based on straight-up melee fighting. Rogue, stealth, poisons, even though stealth isn't really incorporated. Mage, which is based on magic, and healer, which is a slightly different type of mage, based on healing magic. I like to choose Rogue to start out with because this class can actually be pretty helpful later in the game. Now, you can go ahead and choose whatever hairstyle you want, skin color, etc. And you're going to have to enter your credentials right here. Alright, once you have confirmed your email, it'll bring you back to the home page of the Adventure Quest website. So go ahead and click play. Your credentials should already be in the box. Choose your game size. I don't like using full screen because it does not allow me to use the chat box for some reason, which I've found quite odd. I frequent the Urumi server. Not much more to be said about that. You can begin your adventure through the storyline by pressing this big button here, obviously. It'll take you through a cutscene, and you will fall down a cliff. I like how one of the daggers disappears, but when you fall back down, you have two. Interesting scenario. When you see another player, you can click on them, and then there's a few options. You can whisper to another player. You can say whatever you want, as long as it's not dirty. No foul language. And then obviously you'll see whispers coming out in that color. Not really sure what color it is, but if you click on this guy right here, he'll give you a few player commands. /W is how you would enter a whisper command. So you would type /W and then the player's name, and then /R to reply to a whisper clearly. And then you don't have to put in the player's name. So go ahead and walk this way, and you will encounter your very first enemies. And a dragon. So you can go ahead and attack them. The basic auto attack, you'll just attack once every 1.5 seconds for rogue builds, and every 2 seconds for others like mages and warriors. It doesn't do very much damage, seeing as you're low level right now. But it's definitely plenty to deal with these basic enemies like frogzards. The second ability you have is called Viper's Kiss if you're playing as a rogue. I'm not sure what it's called for the other classes. I know it's Fireball for mage, but I don't usually play as warriors or healers, seeing as there's a different version of a healer that I prefer called Oracle, which you can get in the game menu for free. I'll show you in a second. But first, let's take a look at stats and class. Now, this right here gives you an overview of your class and how you regain mana points, which are these right here, this blue bar. It always has 100, regardless of your level. Each move uses up a certain amount of mana. So you have to be conscious of that when you're using combos and whatnot. You have to make sure that you're not using up all of your mana, or else you won't have any abilities left to use. Now, each one of these right here will show you in depth what the abilities do. These right here are rank 4 passive abilities. They unlock when you get your class to rank 4. And this one right here increases your dodge chance by 15%, which is very useful because that's how you regain HP as a rogue. And this one increases your critical strike chance by 15%. You can look right here for the percentages of all of your skills and whatnot. If you mouse over them, it'll tell you exactly what each one of these skills does for individual classes, and you want to take that into account when you're building your character through enhancements later. So like depending on if you have a caster class, you're going to want high intellect, a bit of endurance. You're going to need some dexterity if you want evasion chance, but you'll also want wisdom. Luck is helpful for any class, but personally I think luck enhancements are a bit overrated, especially if you have a class like Oracle. Then you don't need it as much. But if you're looking for a drop or something, I guess luck abilities could be more useful. Now, this first lady right here will offer you a quest to find the key to this tower back here by killing frog zards. So go ahead and kill a few of these frog zards and see if you can't find that key. Always remember to keep an eye on your mana and your health points. Now, when you complete a quest, it'll flash right here in the middle of your screen. Same thing when you complete an objective, an individual objective for a quest. It'll flash in the middle of your screen, and you can always check the progress of your quests by opening this pane right here. It'll tell you if they're in progress or complete and what you need to do. So come back to her, turn in your quest, and you'll gain 50 experience points, which is just enough to boost you up to level 2. Now when you come up here, you'll go through this cutscene where there's a dragon and etc. Attacking princesses in trouble, so on, so on. So talk to Galanoth here. Begin the Save the Princess quest. Now there is a bonus quest that you can do, which is good for gaining some experience and learning how to battle. So come in here, this first quest, this quest right here, Bone Up on Battling, just wants you to kill some skeletons. So you can go ahead and do that. You kill 7 of these bad boys, and then run back over to Galanoth and turn it in for a bit of gold and a bit of experience. Now, as you can see, I've come fairly close to death in my previous battle. What you can do when your HP is running low, you can just press this button right here, and if you wait a few seconds, you'll regain all of that lost HP and lost mana, and you'll be ready for your next fight. Once that's charged back up, just head back on into battle. If you're fighting with other people, it'll make it quite a bit easier, especially if they're a healer class or some other sort of support class, because that'll mean you're in much less danger, especially since it has to switch back and forth between people to attack. You'll get things done much quicker if you fight with another person. This is just by chance. He's wandered in here, found his way into the tower, and he's helping me defeat the last of these skeletons. Now, it's common courtesy if someone helps you with your quest. If they're just a little bit behind you, you can go ahead and help them out and help them complete their quest. So you don't want to be a mean person and just run away. Especially if you weren't able to complete it on your own. You don't want to leave them behind, because if you need them later, they might not want to help you if you just left them in the dust. Also, remember, don't just spam your abilities, because they're not useful that way. Viper's Kiss applies a damage over time, so if you just spam it, all it does is waste your mana points. Wait for it to fade before you reapply it. It'll tell you right there on the corner of the screen that it's faded, and that you need to begin again. I have attacked the wrong thing entirely. That's not the smoothest thing I've ever done. But yeah, like I was saying, just wait for it to fade, and then you can attack it. Or you can reapply your ability, that is. And we'll just help him finish this one off right here. And I'll get on with the video now. Oh, I've just been doing what I told you not to do. Anyways, after you're done with your bonus quest, you can come down here and turn it in for a bit of gold and XP. You can do this quest as many times as you want if you feel like boosting your experience level a bit. But you don't really need to quite yet. Now, this girl up here is just going to be standing there. Undo that chain, and then she will offer you a potion shop where you can buy health potions. I'm going to buy 3 of them. So I have 3 health potions now. To actually use them, you're going to want to come in here and equip. This will show you the quantity, and these are hotkeys. So if you press that number on your keyboard, it'll use that ability. You don't need to use a health potion unless you are pretty close to death. Some classes don't even need healing potions, especially if they have a built-in heal. But if a class has really bad regeneration on their health, then you're going to want to carry around a lot of healing potions, or bring a friend who can heal you in battle. Alright, so it's going to go through this cutscene. You're going to hit the dragon a few times. They're freaking out. The princess is in danger. Again, you only have 1 dagger in the cutscenes, which really bothers me. Where's the other one? Alright, once you've sat through that, it'll give you the next button, and then she'll give you a bunch of stuff. You don't actually need that stuff. Alright, you're going to want to come on this way, and you will see this big stone with an arrow over it. You'll also see a bear, and this little dude right here, who will offer you your very first enhancement shop. Now, these are the adventure enhancements, which just evenly distribute skills, or stats throughout each stat. So you're going to just click on that rock, it'll slide out of the way, and then you can head on into this cave. This little skeleton dude right here, he offers a variety of weapons. This right here is the classification as to what type of weapon it is. These are swords. That's a battle axe. That's a mace, and these are staves. Or staves, I guess. Is that the plural? I don't know. I'm not perfect. Zorback right here will have a little quest for you. All you have to do is walk through the forest and click on these quest items that are laying all over the place. There's only 4 of them, and they're not that difficult to find. You just have to go just up and down the road. Alright, come back to him, turn in your quest. I guess keep that if you want. I don't know what it is, really. Head on this way, and you'll find the Book of Lore. Okay, when you come here, you'll see Rabina and Artix. This is Artix, this is Rabina. Now, it'll tell you all of this stuff, and then it'll fire you out of a giant crossbow onto the dragon's tail. Classy. Ooh, plot twist. Now you have to save the dragon from the princess. You're just gonna come over here, and you'll see her. Someone's already fighting her, so that'll make it a bit easier. This is also going to be a good opportunity to demonstrate the second ability. After Viper's Kiss, you can apply it, and based on the amount of time left on your application of Viper's Kiss, it'll do more damage. Now, the quest... Oh, he died. The quest will complete automatically, and then it'll take you to another cutscene. So, just continue through. I'm gonna go ahead and be a good hero. Each one of those you can just choose based on your faction choice. So he goes ahead and crashes. Alright, now you'll find this lady. She'll give you, like, most of the game commands, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure of the other ones. Alright, now you can just go to battle on. This is the screen it'll take you to every time you log into the game. This right here is your game menu. This will pop up upon entering battle on for the first time, or any time in game. Once you come back to battle on, you'll see the game menu. There's a few options here, but you can go ahead and close out of it. If you want it back up when you're not in battle on, you can click on this little chest here and it'll bring it up. If you come into the class shops right here, I'm pretty sure that there is a free class that you can get called Oracle, which is basically a healer class, which is pretty useful. You can actually solo some very powerful bosses with it. Let's talk about enhancements real quick for the last bit of the video. Each one of these guys in here, or girls also, since they're mostly girls, offer different enhancement shops, and each of the basic classes you can find the warrior class with Thok, and also some basic armor. Each one of them has enhancements specific to each class. Now, you can play around and apply your own enhancements to make your class as custom as you see fit. For Rogue, you're going to want Thief enhancements. So, go through and find the highest level enhancements available to you. I'll tell you right here, level 4, and you'll see level 5 you can't get yet. It's red. And then these ones, they're member only. So if you want enhancements of your actual level across all of your items, then you'll have to be a member. But right now you only have armor and a weapon, so clearly you're just going to apply armor and weapon enhancements. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and that concludes the first part of the level 1 through 60 guide. I hope you enjoyed it.